but Lighter is definitely going to get my spot. Where's Lighter? Is he Ghost Vibe?
Man, you keep giving your spot away, bro. Are you scared or what?
Yeah.
You know I got that new warrior meta
But
build.
Dr.
What's up?
Cook, I was looking for you. I posted in map chat, I posted in guild, and I asked also in stream, I believe, and I couldn't find you. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to move out without you. But I can use you as a sub or replacement. If anybody else in the first round doesn't show up, I can use it. So I'm gonna post the rules one more time to our participants. And like I mentioned, guys, this is the starting round. It's gonna be a little sloppy at first, but once we get into the quarterfinals, everything is gonna start to get much, much better.
I'll sell my spot to Dr. Cook for 200 gold.
So here we go. We got Valiant Cole, which is Andrew Man. He's running as Axe Shield and with Great Sword. He's also got Strength, Defense, and Spellbreaker. Take a quick look at it. Spellbreaker versus Spellbreaker. Funny how that worked out, actually. And he's got Strength and Demo as well. And the same Dagger Shield this time, actually. It's slightly different. So here we go. This is pretty much going to be a battle of trying to catch the other in a CC, baiting him to the CC. He gets him in the full counter, actually. Not a bad job. Both trying to whirlwind, but not counting on that. The bull's charge coming up from both ends. One likes to bull charge right after the other just to try to cancel it. Like I said, this is going to be a lot of back and forth, just waiting to his opportunity. Right there, you saw Valiant Colt get his opportunity. He tries to get the full counter as well, but Bull's charge right on top of Loki. Andrew Man has been in about 3 or 4 tournaments of mine. He's been his warrior, I believe. One time maybe Berserker, I'm not sure. But he's always showing up a good performance. So here he goes. That's Valiant Colt taking actually game 1. We have 21 participants.
Anchorman is a very unique build.
Yeah, it is very.
Very.
He's running with Runa the Daredevil as well.
Yeah, but I was just looking at his straight lines. It's very unique.
Let's take a look at that again.
He's running defense, strength, and spellbreaker instead of discipline and strength or defense. So, if I wasn't looking at it wrong.
Yeah, he's got
Yeah.
strength, defense, and spellbreaker.
Very different.
Doesn't that just mean all his dodges are guaranteed crits? Like all his reckless dodges?
And with the rune of the daredevil after every dodge.
Definitely interesting. Let's see where Loki is. Maybe he doesn't understand. It's best of 3, Loki, just so you know. You're up again. So if you lose the next one, then you're officially out. But if you win the next one, there's another match, and if you win that one, then you move on to the quarterfinals. Well, the way the bracket works, it's not even really, because the quarterfinals are going to be huge. There's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rounds in this tournament. And as I mentioned earlier, this is guild only or stream only. So this is 95% of these people are part of the guild. I believe it was only Dr. Cook. So here we go, Valiant Colt coming in, trying to mitigate some of the damage. He misses on the Bull's charge, trying to keep up with Loki, gets him in a big stun. He tries to counter with the full counter right after. Let me take a look at Loki over here. He's still got a lot of his utility left, and Rampage, Bull's charge, Frenzy, everything. And he's still got another Shake It Off in case he needs that Sunbreak. He's standing right inside the 100 blades, he's taking big damage. He's also got the Mage Bane on him for the extra damage. Misses on the Bull's counter. He finally procs up on Rampage, trying to get the kick. Ooh, can't get the stun. Good job by Valiant, just mitigating it. The animation from Rampage is very obvious, so it's not too hard to avoid it, and especially against a Warrior versus Warrior. If you're familiar with them, you really got to watch out for animation. And down goes Loki. Looks like Valiant Cole takes our first match. Next match after this is actually going to be Sin versus Dawson. This is going to be a really good match. I'm excited to see this. Thank you so much, Angel from Hell, for participating, man. I really appreciate it. And don't feel bad if you lost this one. I do tournaments almost every single night. So no matter what, you'll be able to enter another one. There's 0 entrance fee. Anyone's allowed to enter. If you're a streamer especially, sometimes I do guild-only events. So that's where you have the advantage of being a streamer watching my stream. Who's this here? This is Dawson. Dawson versus Sin. Where is Rainy? This is going to be a really good match. Dawson is actually running Firebrand. He's running with the Rune of Traveler with Mender, Scepter Focus with Axe Shield, irregular This is the firebrand that you'll be seeing. And the zeal is kind of thrown around a little bit. They do change it out for maybe virtues or something of the sort. But he's running zeal and honor and firebrand at the moment. He's got with one mantra. Nice shout, save of yourselves. This is going to be interesting. Let's take a quick. Oh, I don't know where Rainy is. Should be entering soon. I'm just going to give him a minute to enter. And I'll take this opportunity as well to thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. Hit that follow or hit that subscribe button if you like this content. Look in my highlights video as well. Those are all my previous 1v1, 2v2, 3v3 stuff that you'll see. I pretty much do this for us. I know Guild Wars 2 is not a very good game to stream, but I play it all the time, so I figured, what the fuck, why not just stream it? And I'm giving out a lot of content, and you'd be surprised with the love that I get back. I get mail, I get whispers, I get things from stream, people saying thank you so much for putting this out. We really appreciate it. Even the other day, Guild Wars 2 hosted me, so it's kind of hinting me towards something that I like. And hopefully if we continue doing this, putting them on every day, and I always got people signing up, and every day it's more and more. It used to be average 16 people or 14 people signing up, then it was average 16. Now I'm averaging, and today is 21 participants. So the population is there, the demand is there. So hopefully if they continue to see this, you know what, maybe they'll bring us some sort of content. So we're going to be part of the underground and hopefully tell them, yo, we want some content, man. So just waiting for Rainy. I'm going to whisper them one more time to see if they're still
I
there.
whispered her also. I'll hit her up on Discord.
Yeah, if you can.
Just,
If she's not here, I'll give her
yeah.
another minute. If she's not here, we're going to move forward. I'll also take this opportunity. Sorry, guys. I'm a shameless promoter. If you see that jerk off in map chat, Owashi, or Mike, that's me. I'm the one shamelessly promoting my Twitch all the time. I apologize, but that's what brings you here. I'm just trying to bring the community together. So I'm just going to shamelessly promote. I'm also in Discord with the boys over here. Arkansas, Arkansas, Alex, Fancy, Jiggin. Jiggin is always in a lot of my tourneys. You're going to see him. He's in this one as well. Actually, he's that really high damage ranger. Really cool to see him. I enjoy. Also, Tyke is entering. I don't know if he's going as warrior or if he's going as necro or...
I'm playing as the slick cheeseburger today.
so it's necro. Tyke is really good. And Senpai. Thanks so much for joining me and letting me shoutcast inside the channel, guys. I really appreciate it. Oh, shameless promotion time.
Can they go ahead and start?
Oh, hold on, give me one
Or,
sec. Okay, go ahead and start. I'm going to enter it right now. If they've already started, it's okay. Here I come. Once again, guys, thank you so much for watching. Here we go. Don't ask for me. I took a look at that already. This is Rainy. He was our yesterday's 1v1 champion. He actually beat Darth the Lighter. The Lighter's been trying to get to the top for a long time, but you'll see him later on. I'll explain why. Here we go. He's running with Leadership and Marauder. So Rainy is no slouch, one of the dominant Revenants in the game. Last year finished up on the number 9 in the leaderboard. Super, super strong.
10.
Sorry, Alex?
9 and 10.
9 and 10, double accounting. Look at that. That's beast mode. So no slouch. Definitely, if you can even win one against Rainy, that's obviously a feat in itself and something to say for yourself. For yourself. Sorry, guys. I'm really new to streaming. I've only been doing it for about 3 weeks, so bear with me. If you have any suggestions, put them down in the suggestion box. Actually, Donson doing a really good job on Rainy, putting a lot of pressure down. Let's see for his cooldowns. Oh yeah, he's gone through all his cooldowns. He's gone through all his tombs. He still has his renewed focus. That's a really good play by Donson, resetting his entire tomb set, so he's able to reset in virtually almost the same fight. But look at it, Rainy, keeping the pressure up on Donson, not letting him get his heals too much. Because as a Firebrand, he doesn't have any big heal. He has a bunch of little ones that just pop off. So Rainy, knowing this, just trying to keep the pressure, doing a great job, and downing Donson. It looked like a really good fight at a moment there, but as Donson got his cool backs down, as did Rainy, and she just took the advantage of him when he was low and just pressure, down he went. Let's see if Donson makes any changes in this one.
I
What's
would like
up?
to point out Dawson's using the kind of unique the Zeal Firebrand, the hybrid Firebrand build, which is not used that often. Like
Yeah, I
it's
definitely
kind
found
of
that very interesting, man. I would notice at the beginning there's some firebrands that run virtues instead of zeal.
right because you get the chill on any disable if you run virtues. So Axe 2 with the daze, Axe 3 with the pull, Shield 5 with the push, Fire 3, cards too, so you get a lot of chill if you're under virtue.
Yeah, that's really, really, really nice. Really nice. And that's why I like seeing different variations in them. And he's running the Zeo one instead of the Virtues, which has kind of worked for him there. But like I mentioned, Rainey's a really top competitor. So we're going to see how he does in the second round. I don't think he's made any major changes to his straight lines. I don't think he's made any major changes to his runes or
He
sigils.
he changed his rune
Oh yeah, he went to
for
the
the better.
leadership. Oh, he did
No,
just
he
change
just
it.
changed it again.
Thank you so much for that
There you
follow,
go.
man. I
That's
really,
good.
really appreciate for it. Daniel wasn't there. Is that your name? Let me check. Daniel wasn't there. Thank you so much for the follow, man. I really appreciate it. That really shows the love back to me for putting out this content. It's a lot of work. I have a lot of help from Alex, Tyke, a lot of donators. Nature Salad, shout out to you. Magic Boy, another donator. A lot of big donators. Thank you so much, guys, for all your help. I can't do it without you. And the viewers, this is all for you guys too, man. Here we go. Game 2. Don't ask me. He did change his rune. He went back to Runa leadership again. I think that was a change from his previous match before. Good pushback, Shield of Absorption. He tries to get the Shackling Wave, but he doesn't be able to connect. Good job by LOSing around that, trying to mitigate most of the damage. Rainey's got a block, so she's a little comfortable right now. PH Magic Boy trying to keep the pressure. Should have used the shield to burst a little bit, but he was used to use it more and more for mitigation. He's got to try to save a dodge for at least that big. Another Shackling Wave comes down on Don't Ask Me. He's got to put some sort of pressure on Rainy, which he does manage to, but not enough to make her lose a lot of cooldowns. So take a look at Rainy right now. He's not doing too bad. Actually still got the Glinteal, master of baiting that Glinteal. Rainey's still, Dunston's still looking for that LOS, and oof, comes out with a big damage. Once Dunston gets through his cooldowns, there's not much he can do, and just tears right through him. Ooh, our next match is going to be really good as well. I'm excited to see this one. This is our first round. There are 5 rounds in this tournament today, and these are the matches in our first round. I can only imagine what the quarterfinals and the semifinals are going to look like.
I wonder if Donson's regretting he took the stability mantra also, and I'm wondering if he regrets that because
So here we go. This is going to be, this is Zoj over here running on his warrior. He's got Rune of the Strength with Demolisher, Axe Shield with Great Sword. This is your typical build that you see running on Core Warrior, I believe. Tyke would know a little better, but it looks like it's pretty much what you would run. Discipline, Strength, and Defense. He's got Bull's Charge over here. He's going with the Berserker stance, I guess for the resistance against Magic Boy because he's afraid of the burning. Let's take a look at Magic Boy, and Magic Boy is a veteran of these tournaments. He's won a few of them already. He's got at least, he's a 5-time champ or 4-time champ. His hand is almost covered in rings, baby, I tell you what. And he's been in a lot of them, though. He's been in almost every single one of my tournaments that I've conducted. He's a really great competitor, very experienced. Even if he loses, he adjusts very well. Let's take a look at him right here. He's got Earth, Arcane, and Weaver. He's also running with Runa Balthazar, Sage Amulet. He's got Sword Focus with Sigil of Doom and Energy. I'm very curious to see how this fight goes. These are both really strong competitors. DM Zoj has been in a lot of my tourneys as well as of late. He usually enters more in the 2v2, the 3v3 ones. I think this is his first or second time entering in the 1v1. He's kind of testing the waters, putting his foot in, seeing how he likes it. But I don't think he's going to like the taste after he fights PH Magic Boy. He might have a mouthful of dirt, but we're going to find out. He's a good competitor to go against. Magic makes Ellie look very... Sorry, Tyke, go ahead.
I was going to say, that is a fairly typical Core Warrior build.
That's what I figured. I'm getting better at this, guys. Like I said, I'm fairly new to streaming, so I appreciate all the follows, all the subscribes. I actually became an affiliate not long ago, maybe 3-4 days ago, and I wanted to get 5 subscribers. I actually did, and now I even got a 6th subscriber today. I thank you so much, guys. You guys are the fucking best. So here we go. This is going to be a really interesting match. Soldier already taking advantage of the LOS. He's trying to stay as far away from Magic. Magic doesn't really have any sort of way of getting across this path, and Zoj kind of does. He tries the jump dodge. He just misses it, gets the Whirlwind. Magic Boy doesn't look too nervous at all. The shield's already been used. Now that PH Magic Boy knows that, he can start laying on the pressure, which he is. He's trying to stay on top of him. So he's just trying to gain some distance right here. There's the blessed axe of bleeding that he was concerned with. He still has the healing signet for the extra resistance if he does choose to have it, because Berserker Stance is out. A good CC chain over there by PH Magic Boy, but he's not able to get a decent amount of damage down. He already rampages early on Magic Boy, but it's almost as if he's not even rampaging it. He's using it more as a mitigation defensive tactic to get away. PH Magic Boy just basically mitigated every single thing that he had. And this is what I thought would happen. PH Magic Boy kind of throwing him around like a little doll at the moment. And he's getting his first taste of an AL 1v1 tourney over here. But I still appreciate you coming in. And like I said, Zoj is a very, very talented player. This is only game one, so he does have the opportunity to make changes to his build if he needs to. And like I said, he's experienced, so I'm sure he's going to come out with something much, much different. He understands that this might be a loss, but he's doing everything he can, and it's probably his best tactic was just to mitigate damage until the timer and see what could happen after the timer. So that's game one that goes to PH Magic Boy. He's one to watch. He's definitely going to go very far in this. He has a lot of competitors that he's going to be facing that are strong as well, but he's usually a top finalist. He usually gets to at least the semifinals without a doubt, I'm sure. You can't, hold on, can't change three specs, but can change traits in spec. You can't change, like I mentioned, guys, so just for those, for reference, if you look over here, my character's got Alchemy, Firearms, and Scrapper. I cannot change these three specs. I can change the traits inside them as much as I want. I can change my weapons, my sigils, my amulets, my runes, anything out of there, my utilities, I can change all that. You can't change your three specs in the class you start with. So here we go. Let's take and Zoj was asking if he could change, so I'm sure he made some changes to his build. Let me take a look. It looks like right here, Destroyer Amulet. That's one change that I've noticed. I don't think he was running Destroyer before. It was Demo, so he's looking like he's going for Condi. Very interesting. I'm not sure. Maybe it's a mistake. He's got Discipline, Strength, and Defense. I'm not sure. Interesting design. But here we go. The match is about to begin. Like I said, PH Magic Boy is super tough. I'm curious to see what Zoj does, or even the type of tactic that he tries to employ in this game, in this match here. Hopefully he has something up his sleeve, because PH Magic Boy is a very serious contender. As I mentioned before, guys, this is guild only 1v1 tournament. As well, I also allowed Twitch viewers to join, so I've had about 3 or 4 Twitch viewers join the tournament as well. So, but majority of the 21 competitors are AL. Here we go. He's just trying to mitigate damage. I think Zoj's best opportunity right now. Ooh, big damage over here. He's got the burning. And this is exactly why he went for the Condi. I think it caught PH Magic Boy by surprise. Good job by Zoj. But I think the cat's out of the bag already. PH Magic Boy, like I said, he's in a great adjuster. He probably already noticed. What the fuck was that? I just got brought down to 50% by a bunch of burns. I gotta be really careful. As you see, he's still got the burns on him. He's not too concerned. He already cleared them. Zoj's little trick worked, but not for very long. PH Magic Boy is a master of the 1v1s. This doesn't look like it's going to go much longer. If I was Zoj, I would have probably tried to sustain till the end. That's one of the better tactics to use against PH Magic Boy. But then again, he's also got a tactic for that. Because as soon as the timer hits, he's also got a shitload of barrier. So he's very strong. Our next match is going to be Joe Ooga Booga, ooh, my Master Guardian trainer, versus Dilly Bob. He's been in the last couple. Joe Ooga Booga has been he's been a very good donator, actually. Shout out to Joe Ooga Booga for donating, my man. Let me just tell the participants who's up. So we got Joe Ooga Booga versus Dilly Bob. Joe Ooga Booga is a great donor, and he does participate in a lot of my tourneys, so I appreciate him. And he's a very strong core guard. He usually uses the classic core guard with Virtues, Radiance, and Valor. And then we also got Ghost Vibe over here. Dilly, he's been in maybe past recent tourneys of mine, maybe the past 4, let's say 3. But I always appreciate his company. He always brings in a strong performance. So it's going to be an interesting match. We're still in the first round, guys. We haven't even come close. to the quarterfinals yet. There are 21 participants in this, and there's a lot of strong players. We have Sin, we have Tycurn, we have Vance, we have Magic Boy, Noobs for Lunch, Tysa, Louis PTM, Tygo, AWOL. We have a lot of strong people, and we haven't even scratched the surface yet, so I'm super excited for this. Now I'm waiting for, who is it? Dilly Bob, is that Dilly Bob? Report, yeah, Dilly Bob, and I'm looking for
Joe Ooga Booga.
Yes, sir. That's the one I'm looking for. Where are you, Ooga Booga? There you are. I found him. I'm going to take this opportunity again, once again, to thank you guys for watching. You guys are the fucking best. Click that follow, click that subscribe button if you like this type of content. Take a check out. You know what I mean. Look at the highlights videos. That's where all my shit's at. If you like it, click that follow. Thank you so much, man. I'm just going to go shamelessly promote in the map chat there. Oh, look at that, Broccoli Rob. Thank you so much. Oh, and Swagtown, hit this man with some subs. Thank you, Swagtown. I appreciate that. And Broccoli Rob, thanks for putting these tourneys on, Mike. Almost always a great turnout for these. And that's what I'm saying, Broccoli Rob. That's exactly what I was telling these viewers and these guys in Discord right now with me. Every single night I put on a tourney, man, and I don't know how I manage it. Sometimes it gets really close, and I'm like, oh, fuck, you know what? Maybe I won't have enough people. And then by the end of it, when I'm trying to close the brackets, I still have like 4 people saying, yo, I want to sign up, I want to sign up, I want to sign up. So there is people out there who want to do this. They want the content. So if we keep doing it, man, I'm sure it's going to do something. Like I said, Guild Wars 2 hosted me the other day. They're noticing something. So if them just hosting knows that there's something going on. I've posted a bunch. Anyways, just some stuff in the works. I'm not going to say anything yet. Once I get some more solid info, I'll start putting it out there for you guys. But I thank you so much. I'm really new to this. I'm almost 3 weeks in, but you guys are the fucking bomb. Thank you. I'm just waiting for Joe Ooga Booga. No response from him yet. Is Ooga Booga in there yet? You see him?
Joe Ooga Booga's playing right now. What is he?
He's in the match? Oh my god, damn it. Sorry guys, I'm really sorry about that. Joe Ooga Booga's already in the match. I was in the midst of already fucking spamming. Looks like Ghost Vibe. Dilly Bob doing a really good job against Ooga Booga. That's my fucking bad. Sorry guys.
From now on, Mike, from now on, I will go spam your thing.
Oh
You
yeah. Thank you so much, Alex.
just tell me what to say, and I'll spam it whenever you want me to.
Thank you so much, man. That's really cool of you.
Yeah, you don't need to leave.
See, things like this from Guildies are really cool. This is what I appreciate. Thank you, Alex. You the bomb, man.
I'm just doing it because I hope somehow this lets you afford an extra can of spaghetti like to eat behind the gas station tomorrow.
I'll be good. I think so, man. You guys gotta help me afford my spaghetti, man. The gas station attendant keeps kicking me out. I can't use my hot plate by there.
I ain't rich, but I eat a lot of spaghetti.
So you gotta click those subs, man. I need to buy my Chef Boyardee.
Spaghetti's good
So
sometimes.
let's take a look at Ghost Vibe over here really quick. He's got Sanctuary with Demo. He's running with Agility and Energy. He's got Sword with Offhand Shield. He's also got with Inventions, Alchemy, and Hollowsmith. Inventions, very curious to see on a Hollowsmith. I don't think you see Inventions too much on them. Not that I'm aware, but Joe Ooga Booga, I'm sure, is running, Classic, Radiance, Valor, and Virtues. He actually usually runs with Immobilize, but I'm sure he realizes that the Condi, maybe they can't put the Condi down onto Ghost Vibe, who does have Hard Light Arena, who can easily reverse that. So let's take a look at him again one more time. And he's running, ooh, I like this. He's going with Berserk Amulet and Rune of Strength. He's got Sword Focus with the Great Sword. I'm going to take a look at, actually, Joe Ooga Booga for this round. He actually lost the first one, so it's 1-0 for Ghost Vibe. And I don't usually use this map, and then that's exactly why I chose it. It's kind of shitty for 1v1s, but still it's not very seen often, and I wanted to just give it some love. So here we are playing on this map. Ooga Booga doing a good job of getting the Ray of Judgment up on top of him, making him already use a cooldown, I believe. Yeah. Here he comes with the shockwave. Joe Ooga Booga, nice with a good job. Try to get the photon blitz. Does not connect. He already uses his healing signet or his healing turret. That's the thing with hollows, as I mentioned before. They can resustain very, very, very quickly, and they have high damage. And he's running with that inventions, I believe it was. I can't remember. Let's take a quick look. Doesn't get the shockwave again. Yeah, he was running with invention, so it's curious to see Ooga Booga doing a good job this time, but you have to understand with Guardians, they don't have much to sustain. The fight can't last too long. If it lasts too long, he starts to run out of cooldowns. He can't maintain anymore, and it's exactly what's happening right now. He's in big trouble. He's trying to kite a bit. He's got a whirling wrath. He gets caught in the shockwave, and he beats him up with the Corona Burst, and that's it for Joe Ooga Booga. Dilly Bob actually moves forward into the second round. I'm surprised Joe Ooga Booga usually has a better performance than that, but Hollow Smith is really hard for a core guard. Next match is actually a really good one. Again, this is the first round, but it's a good match again. I'm super excited for this one. This is going to be Tygo versus AWOL. AWOL, I used to be in a lot of my tourneys, but has backed out of a lot of them just recently. They're just not interested in it at the moment. They have some other things that they'd like to do, but I'm
They
super.
don't. It's the Asura Arena that she does.
Oh, it's the Asura Arena, so maybe that I changed it to
Mhm.
this one that she's coming. So I'm super thankful to have her here. Always a great competitor. Very exciting to see. She's probably going to go to the semifinals, but Tygo is a monster. He's beaten out some top competitors. He's one of those guys flying under the radar that you don't really notice, but I'm telling you, watch out for this boy. He's going to be a beast, bro. So here we go, Rory. Let's take a quick look. Oh, he's going AWOL. She's going on Rory Takasaki, which is a monster. I didn't know this person at first, but I remember fighting them in FFA, and I would get like, "What the fuck, this guy, man? He's a fucking monster. I can't kill this person." And that was Rory Takasaki. He's running with tools, alchemy, and inventions, and this is more of the build that you would see from a Hollow Smith that you're running. He's actually got the rifle turret, which is also another optional utility that a lot of them choose. Running Rune of the Eagle with Demolisher, Rifle with Cleansing, and Energy. Let's take a quick look at Jigen, my man over here. He's got Rune of Rage. He did just very well between matches as well, I've noticed. He's also running Rune of the Seeker. He's got Beast Mastery, Skirmishing, and Soul Base. He's coming in quick for the engage. He's already popped his Strength of the Pack, going in for the big burst, but look at that, Rory Takasaki, like a boss, just standing behind the LOS as if, oh my
Oh,
goodness!
what?
Lord gracious, did you see that? That's exactly what I mean about Jigen, man. Keep an eye out for this man. He's a fucking monster. He's been using this build for a while, and I think he's on the verge of perfecting it. He really knows how to bait his characters. He knows how to get the guys out. Even though you see Strength of the Pack go off, you're kind of always prepared for something, but somehow he always manages to get this damage down. And I don't think that's going to happen to Rory once again. You saw her just stand behind the LOS like a boss and not move. I think she was a little complacent with that match, and I think it's not going to be the same this round. The baby gloves are off. She's coming
I
out.
think I think what he wasn't expecting was that he was running the unblockable utility.
Exactly. And this is something that, yeah, definitely took her by surprise. I don't think she's going to fall for that again. She's already she's bowing over there. But as you're going to see, she's under the pressure now because this is only a best of 3. If she loses this one, she's out. So she's running under the gun. Jigen has a little bit of a pillow. He has a little bit of a cushion there, so he can be a little more risky if he does choose. Let's see how he's looking over here. He's still running the same. It was very successful. He's not changing. Let's see if Rory changed anything over here. It looks like they went over here. The Rune of the Doliac and with Night Amulet to be a little more defensive and a little more tankier to not get caught by that again. Like I said, I don't think she was expecting that from Jigen. Big overcharge shot, able to capitalize a little bit on the damage from the stun. He goes into a heavy CC to try to mitigate his big block, doesn't catch. Rory tries to get the shockwave, coming out with the photon blitz, but good job by Jigen getting out of range, dodging from the Prime Light Beam. Good job mitigating, but it might not be enough. Hollow just has so much damage, and down goes Jigen. Really good job by Rory. Now it's tied up. Now the pressure is kind of evened out, to pushing it more over onto Jigen's side. This is going to be a good
That
match. This is game 3. I think this is our first game 3.
I don't know, but that's I didn't expect him to be able to surprise her with that twice, but she's so strong in the hollow. If he could find a way to I don't know the cooldowns on all this stuff, but he has to find a way to bait out. stuff first.
Hey, for 52, man, thank you so much for following, guys. I really appreciate when you click that follow. Fuck, yes. Thank you so much. It really shows appreciation back to me
A
for
lot of
putting.
fuck there.
Yeah,
No,
really shows a lot of
Mike, that's
appreciation
not
back.
right.
Thank you so much.
It's Bountiful versus Sorum next.
Oh,
Skip.
whoops.
Yeah. Tyke, will you do the games if I do the advertisements outside? Will you tell who's next and stuff? Can you do that?
Yeah, sure.
Sweet, thank you
Yes.
so much.
It's number
Yes.
6 next, so
Oh,
it'll be Bounty and
wait,
Sorum.
wait. I can't. I don't have
Okay.
map chat.
Okay, I got you.
I got it, I got it,
I'll
I
do
got
Here,
it.
you know what? Julie will do it.
Wait, what do I do?
Yeah.
For the next match that comes up, you call out X versus X.
So here we go.
Make sure you go in the order. 'Cause sorry.
Yeah, you go in order for that, and you go on map chat, and you put in caps, okay?
Perfect. So we got Jiggin over here sitting far away. Thank you so much for that, by the way, for doing the... you'll see it. If you look in Discord, like I mentioned, you'll see it numbered. Between each bracket, you'll see a little number, and that's the number they go in. If you could just announce it just before they come up, I'd really appreciate that. You're the best. Jiggin doing a good job of mitigating some damage, but I don't think it's going to be enough. He gets a good heal off. He doesn't have much in the way of cooldowns. He just got the big overcharge shot. No, that was their overcharge, and that's Rory Takasaki that made it. Rory Takasaki is another one to watch all the way till the end. I'm sure she's going to get to the semifinals, or at least the quarterfinals. I don't doubt that. But that was our first 2-1 series. Now we're actually officially, I think, in my opinion, entering the first round of this tournament. So we got 16 players in this
Hey,
round.
Mike. Is it you versus Andrew, man, or is it Bounty
No,
versus
it's Bounty versus Sorum is the next
I
in
think
the
we're
bracket.
following the numbers on the bracket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Bounty
I
versus
gotcha.
Sorum, and I'm not playing. It's actually Lighter that takes my space. So Mike is actually Lighter.
Good night. Love you.
I love you too, Alex.
Yeah, I love you. Alex.
Mike says he loves you.
I'm gonna take this
Mike
guy.
said he loves you too.
I'm gonna take this guy for
My dad
thanking you
just said what?
for thanking you guys to watch this, and thank you so much for the subs, and thank you so much for the follows. You guys are the fucking best. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So we got the Mighties. This is going to be another epic match. This is our first round epic match going on right here. Floor God versus Mighty Sorum. Sorum has been in a lot of the guild tournaments. He really enjoys those. He's been in a lot of the 2v2s and 3v3s. He has a lot of solid competitors that he plays with. He's running over here with Forge and Sage Amulet, Sword Shield with Axe Focus, I believe. He's got Virtues, Honor, and Firebrand. This is more the other one instead of the Zeal one. Let's take a look at Floor God right over here, running Curses, Spite, and Soul Reaping. He's also got Traveler, Deadshot with Staff, Scepter, and Warhorn. This is going to be a really good fight. They're both really top-notch competitors. They usually get high tier in the rankings at the end of the season. So he's already dropping down some good marks, doing some good damage without taking any return. This is exactly what you want to do in a fight. Put out the damage without taking any return. Sorum's got to have a counter. He's kind of stuck in that little alleyway. He's coming out, trying to get the big pull. He doesn't go for the pull after the symbol, knowing that he's got the mitigation. He actually waits a little bit, baits him through it, and gets the pull. He's got the spectral walk, so he's got to watch out how much damage he puts out onto him. Sorum's got a lot left over. He's only in his first tomb right now. He's got all his utilities. No, he hasn't actually. He's only got one thing left in each tomb, so he might be in a little bit of trouble. He's still got his 2 tombs up here, or his mantras, excuse me. Now he's starting to get really low here. Oof, so I'm trying to put it on the pressure. It's hard for me even to catch up. I'm trying to keep an eye on Sorum's tombs. Oof, but Floor God gets the down on him over here. I would have thought that maybe Sorum had the advantage with the Condi clear, but he wasn't able to put enough pressure onto Floor God, and he had a lot of Scourge or Reperform, whatever you want to call it, Life Force left over. So Floor God, yeah, and Life Force takes one.
I was looking away. Where did he get that big burst of damage from in the end?
It's probably one of his traits from...
when they are feared, they take 33% more
yeah.
damage.
So did he have him feared?
Yeah, he had him feared for a little bit.
That was really
Sorum
nice.
did have stun breaks, that's the thing.
And Floor God...
It's just he got feared too many times.
And Floor God has used this, actually, I think not in this exact build, but something very similar to it in one of our tourneys, and he was very, very successful. He was actually able to destroy the Darth Lighter in the tournament and keep him from winning. So this is going to be another really strong competitor. I'm telling you, AWOL, Sin, this guy, whoever wins between this is another guy to really, really, really keep an eye on for the tournament. They're going very far, and it's going to be an epic semifinals, I'm sure. So here we go again, game 2. He's getting the high ground right away. He's very experienced. Good job by Storm porting up and using the shield absorption to get him down. Trying to put the heavy pressure down onto him. He's got half of his shroud left. Storm's got a lot of condies. He's able to finally clear that. He took a lot of damage before the clear came up, so kind of puts him in some pressure here. We also had to use a little bit of a heal as well, so here, oof, Storm now looking in a great position. Let's take a look at his cooldowns. No, and that's it. Floor God actually takes that one in dominating fashion, actually. Good job for Floor
That
God.
surprises me. Like,
Bounty's really good. He's really,
oh
really
no,
strong.
I know he's. I didn't know that was a. I figured that the Firebrand would have enough cleanse, and
That's what I figured too.
but this, I guess, the fear is where it's getting.
Our next match is actually Louis PTM Taisa versus Noobs for Lunch. Noobs for Lunch is a gentleman that I've known for a long time. He actually was on a little hiatus. He's been back for about 2 or 3 weeks now. He's shaken off a lot of the ring rust. He's been in the past like 4 tourneys of mine or 3 tourneys of mine. And I'm excited to see how he does today. But Louis PTM is no slouch as well. He actually finished 3rd place in our 1v1 tourney yesterday. So he's also a very strong contender. He only lost out to Sin, who was the one who ended up winning the tournament yesterday. So this is going to be really interesting. Ooh. Louis PTM is actually running a Ranger for this round. He usually runs a Firebrand or a Mesmer from what I remember, but he's actually going Ranger for this one. Runa the Traveler for Wizard Amulet. So seeing an old player on a new build is always exciting to see. I wonder how he's going to do on it. Warhorn and Axe and Shortbow. Wilderness
Oh,
Skirmishing, Soul
I've
Distance.
seen this guards build. Oh, I've seen this. This is a sick build. I've seen
Yeah,
him use that.
I'm interested to
Yeah, I
see
think
this as well. Zeal, Radiance, and Virtues. He's got Balthazar for the Burning, and he's got Carrion.
just watch. He could probably stack like. Is this the build that can do like 80k burning?
And this is Noobs for Lunch. This is the guy I told you he just came back. So maybe because he just came back, he's got these odd, funny builds because he doesn't really know the matter of what's going on. So he's really good and knowledgeable. So he's just making whatever he thinks would work. So this is going to be interesting. He's also got the shield over his Sword of Justice and Shield of the Avenger. Very curious. But Louis PTM is no slouch, so if this build is viable in any way whatsoever, we're going to see it here. Immediately going after the pet, which is really smart. He didn't waste any of his utilities yet, just his basic skills. Oh, he did use a true charge on a Sword of Justice, excuse me, and another charge again.
I think he's just waiting to set up his burst.
Oh yeah, that's definitely for sure. And like I said, they're both really talented.
Here it comes.
He's got 8 stacks of burn on Louis PTM. He didn't really realize before he got too close. Now he's in trouble. 3 stacks. He's able to clear it really fast, but he's really low. He's really under the gun here. He's got to get away or create some distance. He's doing a really good job of clearing those, but he actually was able to get, oof, oh, and that's it. He got too low because of the burns. He wasn't able to resustain from that. Meta just kept keeping the burns on him, keeping the pressure up, not letting him mitigate the damage, not letting him get back up so he can actually counter pressure without being too nervous about dying. But unfortunately, it wasn't enough, and that's what I thought it would be. I think Louis PTM, now he understands what he's up against. He's going to make some changes because he's also a strong competitor. He knows how to adjust. But I'm really happy to see Noobs for Lunch take that. This is a build that might be something that's viable because, like
When I saw it, I knew what. It's super nasty. It's super nasty.
it does seem super nasty. You're stacking birds like a motherfucker, bro, and easily.
Well, when he crits, it gets in the Zealot's Flame or whatever it's called, which is basically the pre-charge of the Torch 4. Like, so when he crits, it gives him Zealot's Flame, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah. It does. So, like, I mean, he can just put so, and plus I think the spirit weapons are traded into burning too, maybe. Alright. I need to know what to say if you want me to go advertise.
Just say 1v1 tourney in progress, quarterfinals starting. That would be appreciated. Thank you so much. So here we go. Let's see if he made any adjustments over here. He's got Ruin of Leadership to remove some more conditions. Wizard Amulet. I don't know if he had leadership before. I don't think so. So here we go. Noob's coming, staying on the low ground, but he can't port up, which he easily does right there. While Louis PTM getting away.
You think if you had two Corn Necros running the Terror trait and you both feared someone, the duration would stack and you'd get the damage for both?
I don't think you'd get the damage for both, but maybe the duration would stack.
Hmm.
Good job over.
Quarterfinals starting now.
Yeah. Good job by Wild by staying far away from him this time, not getting too close to his sword or his Shield of Avenger. He's got the bubble up, and he's trying to get the Shield of Avenger to get more damage. So 5 stack of burns right there. He doesn't have Troll Unction or anything to clear that Condi. 13, 16, 17 stacks of burns, and he even totaled 19. Ooh, my goodness. Our next match is thank you so much, Julie, for that. I really appreciate when you do that. That really helps me a lot. Next match is Space versus Defiled. Let me update the brackets over here. That was Noobs for Lunch that moves forward. I'm very excited to see where Noobs ends up going with this. Space versus Defiled. Spaceman is also really good. He's been in a lot of my tournaments. He's one that's been actually improving a lot throughout the time that I've watched him in these. So he's exciting to watch. He does a lot of 2v2s as well, 3v3s. He's got some solid partners that he practices with. So let's wait for Spacepen and Defiled. Where is Defiled?
Where are you at, Mike? This is what I'm gonna go say. Is this good or no?
Yeah, that's good.
Tell me what to say. I don't know.
That's perfect. What you wrote to me was perfect.
Okay.
Where's Spacepen? There's Spacepen. Defiled, are you here? I'm just going to give a minute to Defiled to see if he was here. Like I mentioned, because of the way the challenge bracket was made, the first round, there was actually 2 first rounds. So some people you haven't even seen compete yet. So maybe he waited a little too long and he got a little antsy. I know Spacepen is here. Let me see if there's anybody who wants to take his spot.
Dr. Cook was here earlier.
Z is here.
And where's Dr. Cook? Where's Dr. Cook?
I think he's elite.
Yeah, he's elite. I guess here I can from here. You there? Need fill in maybe. I even went to Lion's Arch and advertised for you.
Perfect.
No, this account's gonna be blocked.
So we're going to have Elite Aegis if he's here. I'm just waiting for Elite Aegis to respond to me. I have Spacepen already in spectate waiting. I'm just looking for Elite Aegis.
Oh, we also got K-Style there. I don't know if he wants to or not, but he's a pretty decent 1v1er.
Let me see if Lawler wants to.
Oh,
I think you should ask K-Style.
Where's K-Style? Oh, right there on end. Nice. Give me a minute, guys. I'm just looking for a sub.
Why don't you sub, Mike?
I could,
Get
yeah.
your spot away.
But I like Anand too.
Get in
Anand's
there.
really good. Anand's a really good thief. Oh, never mind, Anand. Sorry about that, Cook. Yeah, Dr. Cook, perfect. Okay, now we're Spacepen. Now he's up. Perfect. Here we go. It's going to be Dr. Cook, who wasn't here for the initial bracket entrance. I signed him up, but he didn't make it, so I had to take him out. But now he's here and he's able to sub, so it all works out like a happy little family in the end. So there's Space Pen. Let's take a quick look at Aegis. I think it's Firebrand versus Firebrand. This is going to be good. Virtues, Honor, and Firebrand. He's got Duena and with Mender's Amulet. Mace Focus with Axe Shield. Let's take a quick look at Space. He's got Mender's as well with Rune of the Traveler. He's got Sword Focus with Axe Shield. And he's running the same exact traits, I believe. Honor Virtues with Firebrand. It's going to be a battle of the better Firebrands, I believe. He did have the rune change of Duena. And he does have Mace Focus instead of Sword Focus. So there are some slight changes. But here we go. As I mentioned, Space is really strong. He's been this in a lot. Dr. Cook I've seen a few times, I believe, unless it's a different account. Not too many times, as many times as I've seen Space, that's for sure.
He's a very strong firebrand.
Yeah, okay, this is going to be interesting to see.
More of a support firebrand, but
doing a good job of using LOS. Good pull by Spaceman to cover the gap, and he rolls in to try to get close, but he gets the shield absorption up. They're getting a good exchange here, but Spaceman getting the better of it so far. He's able to land some good condies and able to mitigate a lot of damage, but now they're both topped up. We got one tomb used up by Spaceman. We got one tomb used up by Elite. He's already in his second, and Spaceman is just kind of being patiently sitting back. He's still got a lot of mantras. Elite doesn't have too many mantras. He's actually got these two extra, Sanctuary and Hallowed Ground, which is interesting to see. I think this might be the first match that we have going into the map mechanic. I don't remember quite what this map mechanic is. I think it's the same concept as the others. It probably comes from the spawn and it collapses into...
It's like the bridge, except it goes towards the middle.
Perfect. So it's two AoE effects that come from each spawn sides that collapse into the center, and there's no healing after the timer. So it's going to be very interesting to see who wins this. Like I mentioned, it's battle of the better firebrands. They're both going toe-to-toe right now, getting both their pulls, dropping good symbols, clearing and adding Condi very well. Very good match so far in my opinion. But it's definitely going to mechanic. He actually gets the pull, getting some good pressure, and it's also what's going to come down to it is the last seconds of this mechanic, because as I mentioned, there's no healing after the full timer is gone. So around 5 seconds, 6 seconds is when you really want to burst. Elite Aegis has got his little bubble of Sanctuary. I'm not sure what it's called. I believe it is called Protector's Impact? No. I'm not sure what it is, but it's his little bubble of protection where he can't enter without stability. Now here we go, 0 seconds left. They're both topped up at full. He's still got 2 of his tombs. He's in his third. Let's take a look at Spacepan. He's still got 1 of his tombs is gone. He's got in his second, and he's got 1 left. The Elite Aegis getting really low right now. Maybe he's not aware of the full of the no healing after the cooldown. He hasn't yet. He did try to use his heal, so maybe he wasn't aware of that, the fact that there's no healing. Spaceman's got to be careful for the AoE. He can't get hit here. Elite Aegis could have got the knockback and pushed him into the AoE and still got the win. Without Spaceman, who takes game 1 in this. We're officially still kind of in our first round of this 1v1 tournament. There's a lot of top contenders, and there's a lot of guys I want to see that have already moved on. It's going to be interesting to see in the quarterfinals and semifinals. We're up for some really good fights. I'm really excited to see them. And as I mentioned, there's over 500 gold in prizes that we're going to be divvying up between first, second, and third. And our last place match is going to be a best of 5 series. So Spaceman is getting in. Let me just make sure Elite knows it's a best of 3.
If you look at map chat, I think Elite might be giving up.
I hope not.
No, he's entering back in. Perfect. So he's not giving up just yet. I'll take this time to thank you guys for watching in the Twitch. If you like this content, click that follow or click that subscribe button. I do tourneys almost every single day. Look at my highlights video. That's everything I think is deemable of watching, and that's everything 2v2, 1v1, 3v3, and even sometimes I'll do special guest ranks. Even some duels. You'll see Tyke versus Vans, which is a really good fight. So just take a look, guys, if you want. If you want to look at the other videos, that's at your own risk. I'm really new to this, so it's just saving everything. I've only been shoutcasting and streaming for maybe about 2 weeks, and all the love and support I'm getting from you guys, I really appreciate. Oh my god, the fight has already started, and I'm not even watching it. Sorry, guys. Elite Age is already coming down. Spaceman doing a good job. He's already got the shield up, the little absorption, the protectors. He's trying to get some counter pressure, which he does a good job inside that little shield, being able to mitigate a lot of damage and being able to put it out without having too much concern of space in his face. He's gone through a lot of cooldowns. He doesn't have much left. He's being really patient on his rejuvenating respite. He's still got his renewed focus to reset if he does need, but he's already topped up. Let's take a look at cooldown. He's on space. He's doing really good. His 2-1's about to come up. He just lose his last mantra of Solace. Aegis is getting pretty low. Oof, he's got a lot of burning on him. Spaceman trying to go for the kill here. He's finally using his renewed focus. That was great timing on Elite. Now he's completely reset. Let's see if he can take advantage of this. Spaceman does not using his renewed focus. He's actually going for the actual Elite mantra, which seems to be working out for him in this situation. He got some good pull up on Elite. We got 25 seconds left until the timer. Elite taking a lot of damage. He did want to go eat after this, so maybe he's not too interested in fighting. He doesn't have the same gusto he did in the first round, that's for sure. Ooh, space porting into that, thinking he was safe, but he wasn't. That actually lasts a lot longer than you'd expect. We've got 4 seconds left in the timer. I think he knows now that there's no healing. Spaceman is still not all the way topped up. There he goes. He tops himself all the way up. He misses on the pull. They're standing inside the symbol trying to get some damage down. He's got some good burning down. Oof, Elite Aegis is taking the brunt of the damage. He's got to get some sort of nice knockdown by Spaceman. Maybe this is his opportunity. No, that's it. Spaceman takes the win. Elite Aegis is down. That was actually the first time we see in this tournament that they get to the timer. Where's Spacepen versus Defile? That's Spacepen that takes that one. So our next match is actually going to be Lighter versus Andrew Man. This is the Warrior versus, let's see what Lighter brings this time. This is the guy I was telling you about yesterday. He's been in a lot of, since I started doing tourneys through MapChat and really sponsoring them in MapChat. He's one of the guys that's come in. Same with Bounty, the other guy you saw earlier, who's one who's really to watch. This guy is another one to watch. I wonder what he's going to be running. Mechanical Lighter on his NG today. He plays NG, he plays Necro, he plays sometimes Revenant, sometimes Mesmer, I believe, and sometimes Thief. He's really strong competitor. I know his Hollowsmith is really strong. He's running Tools, Alchemy, and Hollowsmith. He's running with Leadership and Demolisher. Andrew Man's running, we saw him earlier. Daredevil with Demolisher. Strength, Defense, and Spellbreaker. Lighter is one to watch in this. Andrew Man's going to have his work cut out for him. Let's see how he can counter. Good Whirlwind coming in quick. Tries to get the Shockwave. He puts his shield up to mitigate it. Comes in with a big burst on the Axe. Tries to get the Bull's Charge, but doesn't get it. Lighter doing a good job. Valiant Cole doing a good job of getting the pressure. Mechanical trying to counter back to him. Turn and burn, but he can't. He's got the Mage Bane on him. Good whirl. He finally Elixir S's. This is a good news for Valiant Cole. He knows he's in trouble. Oof. And he uses Overcharge right into the wall. Oh my goodness. Valiant Cole making that look easy. And like I mentioned, Lighter is no slouch. He got into the semifinals. He got into the finals yesterday against Rainey. He actually brought it to a 2-2 series and before finally losing to him. But it was really good. If you want to see that, it's in highlights. So as I mentioned, he's no slouch. He actually went 2 for 2 against Rainey, who was our number 9 and 10 in our season last season. So that was pretty good, impressive showing by Valiant Cole right there, really dominating the match. He got him with that good stun, able to put down some good damage onto Lighter, and then he was forced to do Elixir S, and then after that, Valiant Cole kind of knew that he didn't have any more O-ship buttons, and he was ripe for the picking, and he just went up and just destroyed him. So let's see if Lighter can make some changes on this, at least strategy-wise. He tries to get him in the overcharge, but he stun breaks right through that. Trying to get some damage down. He's got the shield block. This is where Lighter should take advantage of the fact that he knows his shield's already been used. He doesn't have much in the means of mitigation, so he takes advantage. He's got the high ground, which is really good. He actually was that Mage Bane that he pulled him on? I don't believe so. Lighter just went to go engage him on the lower ground, which I think he could have challenged him a little more from the top. Tries to get the Prime Light Beam. It doesn't connect. He's got the Photon Wall up. He's trying to disengage. He's got Here we go now. He's trying to keep the pressure. He's got the, ooh, big overcharge. He's got to take advantage of this. Oh, very unlucky. The LOS on the corner mitigates a lot of the damage that Andrew would have taken. Doesn't look good for Lighter. He's under a lot of pressure with Mage Bane. He's trying to get away. He can't. He misses with the Shockwave. Andrew's got the block up. Looks like Lighter's going to be going down. He's doing everything he can to get away. Andrew, man, moves forward. Impressive showing by Andrew. Oh, my goodness. I think this is the first time I've seen Lighter get eliminated in the first round. Alright guys, we're going to have our next match, which is the Iron Ginger versus Sin.
Can I just mention really quickly how dirty, how filthy dirty RNG did me? No, it's good. It'll be fun. It'll be a learning experience.
And I appreciate you participating.
Absolutely.
I'll take this opportunity again, guys, to thank you so much for watching. You guys are the fucking best. I do this for you guys. I really, really appreciate it. With the rewards for this is 500 gold in total. I'm splitting that 500 gold 60, 25, 15. So it's going to be 60% of that for the winner, 25% for second place, 15% for third place. And what are you getting them from to run so many tourneys? I don't do anything to get them to run the tourneys. Nothing at all. All I do is promote, and every single night when I ask to do a tourney, I always have people there, and that's what I'm saying. Hey, thank you so much for that follow, man. I really appreciate that. Alzeros, thank you so much, man. When you guys follow and subscribe, that's what really excites me and makes me want to do these more and more. This is going to be a good fight. And like I said, hopefully with ANET seeing that I do these tourneys every night and there's enough people to participate, they're going to start doing them on their own. So we go, Rainy trying to put the pressure up on Luciato really quick. He's already getting to half health, doing a good exchange, trying to get the shackling wave down on Rainy. Rainy getting really low over here. He's got to really watch the burns. He's not watching them. He's going to get really low. Luciato might get the down. Oof, Rainy, by the skin of her teeth, manages to escape from that. Good job by Luciato, keeping up the pressure. Rainy having no choice but to run away. This might be the end for Rainy over here, but there's the glint. Yeah, the glint heal perfectly timed by Rainy. Very masterful baiting over there. Masterful baiting. Gets to the shackling wave and is able to turn around the match just like that. Well, Kiriali, there you go, Kiriali, for the invite. And sorry guys, like I was mentioning before, that was a good job actually by Luciato, almost downing Rainy. It's not 500 gold per tournament. Every tournament, I always usually donate 100 gold to start with, and then after that is donations from everybody inside the community. One of my top donators is Nature Salad, super good donator. Magic Boy, a bunch of guildies, Zarissa, the guild leader. Everybody donates. Even if it's a little bit, it all adds up at the end. Plus, I play a lot, so I always accumulate gold. But like I was mentioning before, man, everybody wants to do these tourneys, and sometimes I'm surprised because it gets really close to the end. I'm like, you know what? Maybe I won't have enough people to do this tourney. But in the end, I always have people, and even after I close the bracket, there's still more people that I have to deny in the tourney and tell them, listen, I'm going to do another one tomorrow. Just join it tomorrow. So there's a lot of people who want to do them, man. And hopefully if we continue to do them, and ANET will see it. They hosted me the other day, so they're noticing, they're seeing what I'm doing, and hopefully we can be that underground movement. Whoop, whoop. Thanks for the follow, man. Here's Rainy trying to back off a bit, staying away from Luciato. Not getting too curious. He knows what he's got. A lot of Condi, a lot of burning. He doesn't have much cleanse, but I'm sure Rainy changed a little bit of the build to deal with that. Let's take a look at the rune. Yeah, here you go. Rune of Resistance. That's exactly what she was trying to go for to mitigate some of that damage. And that little change right there made a big difference. You got the Shackling Wave. And there you go. Rainy moves forward. Great job by Luciato, bringing Rainy down once again, almost down to 20%. And almost winning that first fight. That would have been really epic. Because Rainy is
I think that was okay.
That was really good. That was really good. Rainy is no slouch. She's super strong. I mean, yeah, Rainy, Sin. Ooh, you guys are in for a very good treat with this one, my friends. I always put 100 gold in my own pocket because I don't really use gold for anything, and I guess that's why the donators trust me. And I don't really use the gold for anything, guys, so they kind of trust me. They know I don't use it. You'll see my characters always look the same. I don't buy anything. So it's always 100 gold in mine because I have nothing better to use with it. So I put it on the tourney, and then the rest is donations. So right now we have Vans versus Magic Boy, guys. This is going to be interesting to see. Vance is
I
entered in
better make sure I can get back in this thing I was advertising. Oh no. Yeah, there's room. Okay.
here we have Vance running Rune of the Lissa with Demolisher. He's running with Dagger, a Shield, and Great Sword. And he's running with Defense, Discipline, and Spellbreaker as well. This is going to be interesting. And we got Magic Boy over here running with his Earth, Arcane, and Weaver. He's got Rune of Balthazar, Sage Amulet, Focus Sword with Sigil of Annulment and Energy. This is going to be a very, 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 very exciting match. Ooh, once again, I just have to mention, thank you so much for that follow, man. Osirios, you're the best. Fur, Danielle was there, DMD, I'm next, Vans, you guys are all the greatest. Thank you so much for the follows, guys. If you like this content that you're seeing, just click follow or subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. And also at the same time, you can keep track of the tourneys that I'm doing. And if there's any tourneys that I'm doing, you will be the only ones that are allowed when I do guild only. So that's another little extra tidbit for you guys for following. Yeah, it does sound like bets are in order. Alex, do you want to bet on this one?
I'll bet on Vans.
Okay, I'll
Yeah,
take
I'll bet
Magic.
on Vans.
I'll take Magic.
I mean, I think that Magic has the counter to Vans, to be honest with you, but
Tell you what, Mike, when I get back on my main account, I'll send you the gold if I lose. I'll raise you 10 gold.
Okay, so here we go. So battle of attrition over here. Magic Boy and Vans are just trading trade blows. He's got 12 stacks of burning on him, but he's got the resistance up already, so that's sure he's already used through one of his shouts. Yeah, his Berserker stance, excuse me. His stance has already been used. He tried to get the Whirlwind. It's going to be hard to keep the pressure up on Magic Boy. Vance only has a couple things that can burst, and PH Magic Boy can easily sustain, and he also has a lot of barrier. There's the Rampage. Good timing by Rampage. It was maybe a little high in health that Magic Boy still had, so he has a lot of room for evading, and he doesn't get too scared because his health is still really high. Sorry, Alex?
I think he used that Rampage as much defensively and as for a reset as he did offensive, because he was getting low on cooldowns and health, and by using Rampage it put Magic on a little bit of the defensive, so he got back up to full health. I think that might have been some of the reasoning behind it. I could be wrong.
No, you definitely, that could be another option. You know, I have one thought perspective and you have another, so it definitely could have been either way. But it's
what I think's gonna happen with this fight is I think Vans is gonna sustain to the end, and then Magic's gonna lose because he's got nothing to deal, but Vans has resistance.
I'm not too sure. I think Magic has a lot of barrier and a lot of mitigation, and he's able to kite really well. But once it, hey, thank you so much for that follow, man. I really appreciate that. My flans. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that, guys. We're watching some top-notch stuff. Who do you think is going to win? Me, Tyke, and Alex are having a little debate here. We're going to find out soon. The 5-second timer is coming up. They say Vans, I say PH Magic Boy, and we're about to find out. This is not the way he wanted to start off in the timer with already 70% health, but Vans is no better. They're starting at exactly pretty much the same health. Vans doesn't have many cooldowns. He's 30 seconds away from Rampage, so he doesn't have that ability, but Magic Boy does have a lot of barrier. He's just got to get a good Condi down onto Vans to be able to get the advantage. Let's just start to swing the health in his way. Look at all that barrier that he's able to keep up. He's still keeping the pressure, but he's got to get some Condies down. There you go. He's got the burning stacks. That's exactly what he wanted. There's the burning stacks. That's exactly what I thought. The barrier from PH Magic Boy is just too strong, and he was able to take that. But Vans is no slouch. He's a very, very, very top tier warrior. He even has a school if you want. If you guys are interested in learning, you just talk to him, and he'll be able to hook you up and teach you some very good things about warrior. Sorry, Alex?
I think for Vans to be able to win, either Magic make a mistake or Vans just have to play better than perfect.
That's it. It's
hard.
hard.
Fireweaver is the counter. I mean, that's the side noter now. What do you need to work?
And Magic Boy makes Elementalist look like
the best
top.
Fireweaver I know.
Yeah.
Like,
He's the strongest.
Jack,
it looks
right?
like a monster build. It looks like in his hands, it looks like the overpowered build. You know what I mean? Let's see if Vans made any changes over here. I'm going to take a quick look. I think he did go with Rune of the Lisa. I don't think he was running that earlier. It definitely looks like he's running that now. I don't think defense discipline was he. Did he have defense before?
Yeah, he was running defense.
Okay, this is going to be
I
really good
think. I mean,
again.
I don't.
This is going to
I
be a
just.
really, really good fight again. PH Magic Boy, like I said, he enters a lot of my tourney. He's got 5 rings in his hand. He can fill up his whole ring with the amount of times he won these tournaments. But he's been in over 30, and winning 5 is not too shabby at all. There's always a lot of competitors like these guys, Vance, Sin, AWOL. But this is good so far. PH Magic Boy is smartly just using W to mitigate a lot of damage. He's not wasting any of his cooldowns. Just put that W key down and run away. Van's actually able to get him in a CC. But that's the hard thing over here with the Warrior to fight this. Oh, this is his first time. When he got him to 50%, that's when I'd say I'd want to use Rampage. When PH Magic Boy gets down to about 50%, that's when Van should use Rampage. So he can keep the pressure up, get him to use a lot of cooldown. So when Rampage ends, Magic Boy's still around 70% if he connected with a lot of things. And then he can get him in the stun and the lock combo, get him down to 20. And then once he's down to 20, he can't put out any damage. He's just trying to mitigate, and that's when he can put the pressure. That's the only time I've ever seen Magic Boy being able to get beat by a Warrior. A good timing on the Rampage.
I just see that being easier said than done with the amount of evades and stuff that he has.
Oh yeah.
Like
Oh yeah, there's no
getting stun locked is extremely difficult.
Oh yeah, and that goes without saying because these two players are very, 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 very top tier. Like they
Two
are
of the best at their class. I mean,
exactly. Good
two of the
damage
best.
by Vance right there. This is PH Magic Boy doing a good job of mitigating though. This is the pressure he wants to keep on him. Does he have Rampage? He has Rampage. I would have used Rampage right there, to be honest, but he's being patient. He's, like I said, he's a skilled player. He knows what he's doing. He's not getting squirrely or excited. He's waiting for the timer to use that Rampage, and that's probably his best time to use it. He can mitigate a lot of that barrier, just get through it in one rock throw or one big stomp, and just eat through the barrier and then get to
8
Magic.
seconds.
Here we go. Magic Boy is still keeping topped up. He's got a lot of cooldowns. He's just using his lead over here for Weave Self just as the timer comes up, which is a very smart move. I'm waiting for the Rampage from Vans, which he's going to be using soon. I'm very, very sure. Maybe he's going to use it as a defensive tactic more at the end,
I think
or
he'll save it. I think he'll save it. Yeah.
hopefully he doesn't use it too late into his health pool. But Magic Boy is still sitting at 98% with a lot of health. If I was Vance, there's the Rampage. That's exactly. He was almost frustration setting in. I think that he couldn't get any damage down, so he just decided he was planning on waiting it, but maybe
They
not.
have to watch that poison coming in.
Yeah, that's going to be dangerous. You've got to get to the high point. This is where everything changes, and this is why I like the map mechanic, because the dynamic of the match changes. Magic Boy's just... And Magic Boy does have the advantage because he might be able to... I don't think you can miss for him. Maybe you can. Magic Boy's got to be very careful. They're both getting collapsed into the middle point. Who's going to die first? Good whirlwind by Vans at the end there. Ooh, and that's Magic Boy that takes it. Nice. Next match is tight. That was really, really, really close. Thank you so much, Vans, for coming. Like I said, Vans, actually, Magic Boy is eliminating the two non-guildies from here, the Doge and Vans, showing them what AL's all about. My man, Magic Boy, represent big ups, AL over here. Magic Boy is one of our top AL guys in 1v1. He, like I said, he enters a lot of them. Oof, we're in the third round, our quarterfinals. This is where the two giants are going to collide as well. There's a lot of giants colliding over here in the third round. Quarterfinals and semifinals are going to be epic, man. I guarantee you that. So here we got Ghost Visor versus Slick Cheeseburger. This is Tycoon. He usually doesn't run a Necro. He usually runs a Warrior.
Oh yeah, I'm a garbage.
Mike, I might need just a minute. If I'm next, I might need just a minute.
No problem, man. Here we got Tycoon running Curses, Soul Reaping, and Spite. He's also got Rune of the Traveler with Carrion. He's running Scepter, Dagger with Staff. Let's take a quick look at Ghost Vibe. He's running your... Oh, he's got Sanctuary with Demolisher. He's running Inventions. This was the Inventions Hollow that we were looking at before. He's got his Mortar Gun out. Mortar Kit. Yeah, Mortar Kit out to try to get some range. He misses the Shockwave on Tycoon. He's trying to get him on the pull, but he's not able to connect on that as well. He's trying to get him in some big fears. He's got the fear ring down. He actually pulls him into it. But now he's got the Hard Light Arena mitigating a lot of the condies, and he still has his Elixir C at his availability if he does choose to use it. He might use it right here. No, he's being patient. He actually wasted it on just 3 condi. Trying to get the Mortar Gun out. He's doing a good job. He's actually getting the better of the exchange right here. Cheeseburger sitting at half health, but he does still have a lot of Reaper Shroud left. He gets a little bit of mitigation over there and sustain. He's trying to get the condies to stay down on Ghost Vibe, but he's doing a good job of cleansing them very quickly. And you got over here, Slick. He's still got a lot of Shroud. This is what he's got to be worried about. This is where the damage comes. This is where the Condis come. And he's doing a good job mitigating. But right now, Tide Current, this is where he's bringing the pain. He's got the 6 stacks of Torment and a lot of cover Condi over top. So it's going to be hard for him to clear it. He tried to clear it, but the Torment is the only thing persisting. Still a good job. He's still got half Shroud, a lot of marks, regaining his health right back. This is going to be difficult. It's kind of like a stalemate right now. I don't think Tyke has enough damage to keep the pressure up on Ghost Vibe. It looks really dangerous right now. He's only got 490 health. He's got his heal that just popped to be able to mitigate a little more damage and survive for a little longer. He got him in a fear, dropping the Connies. He's got Shroud in a second right now. He's also got Spectral Walk he can use if he needs. Oh, this might be it for Tyke. He catches him. Good job by Tyke. Being patient, seeing that he's almost at the end of the line, but not getting squirrely. Going back into Shroud and just dropping the bombs of Condi. Good job. That's also the core Necro. The people are saying they're slightly broken. They do have 2 large health pools, but I'm really happy to see the core Necro coming back and shining like this.
Yeah, I like it too, but I will admit the fear damage is ridiculous.
It is ridiculous, and we also have Bounty running a core Necro similar to Tycurrents as well. It's going to be interesting to see. Let's take a quick look at Ghost Vibe, see if he made any changes. Still running the same. Maybe he is. He hasn't moved. No, I think he's confident in what he's running. He's still going to run the same. Yeah, definitely can make a big change. In the future, I might adjust, allow people to change some of their trait lines and keep their core trait. But it's something I'm still considering. I just don't want people countering each other too hard, so maybe I'll allow them to change the 2 minor traits and be able to leave the core. So if you're Hollow, you stay Hollow. If you're Spellbreaker, you still stay Spellbreaker, and the other 2 can change, which gives it a little bit of a better chance. So we got Slickburger taking the tie point. Sorry guys, I wasn't watching that. We got Chick Cheeseburger down at the bottom now. Ghost Vibe trying to put some pressure down. He's doing a pretty good job. He doesn't have much health in Soul Reaping, so he's going to be dangerous. He actually puts down the Fear Ring. He dodges out of it, but you can't dodge out of the Fear Ring. He actually gets feared. Good job by Cheeseburger, taking the higher ground, forcing him to use. And there you go, Slick Cheeseburger takes out Ghost Vibe. So that's Tycurrent that moves forward.
Right, Slick Cheeseburger.
Tycurrent moves forward into the quarterfinals. Quarterfinals has got a bunch of giants in there. Holy moly. Our next match is going to be Alex versus AWOL. I believe he needed a minute, so we're just going to give him a minute just to do whatever he needs to.
I'm here, huh?
Oh, here he is.
I'm ready to lose. It's cool.
I'll be back in 1 minute, guys. Just, I just got to use the bathroom.
Let me see here. Do I have the power to kick Bez from the arena and we just tell him I... Is that something we can do? Just don't start it just yet, please. I have to change a lot.
Don't beat him, Mike. Don't beat him to death.
I'm sorry, guys. I forgot. I did not turn on my webcam. I only got this guy on Friday, I believe. So it's Rory Takasaki versus Armo Necrophilia, which is Alex. He's one of the guys who helps me a lot with the tournaments, and he also participates in a lot of them. He's been actually getting really good. He's actually on his Necro for this one. Big damage on Necrophilia by Rory Takasaki. The jump shot to go right over and put the more pressure down. He's got the Spectral Walk to try to gain some Shroud. Gets caught in the Shockwave, but smartly teleports back up. Rory keeping the pressure out. Sorry guys, I'm eating candy. Big overcharge shot. Hasn't dropped the rifle turret yet. This is a bad map for rifle turret. Trying to get him the shockwave again. Does manage to do that. And it looks like Rory Takasaki takes game 1. Let's take a quick look at, I didn't think I'd take a look at Alex's build yet. Maybe I did, but let's take another look. This is the first time he's actually participating, because technically this is kind of like our first round. So here we go with Alex. He's running with the Rune of the Traveler. Do I have my volume up here? Yeah, I do. So we got Alex over here running with Rune of the Traveler and the Carry On Amulet. He's running with Staff, Scepter, and Dagger. He's also got Curses, Soul Reaping, and Spite versus Rory Takasaki. Tools, Alchemy, and Hollowsmith. He's running with Leadership and Seeker. It's Leadership probably to mitigate the Condi from the... and he's also running with Elixir C to mitigate the damage from the this Scourge. Or the Core of Necro. Sorry, Core Necro, guys. So here we go, game 2. After this match, I believe it's after this match. Let me take a quick look. After this match, we will officially be starting our quarterfinals matches. They're all going to be really, really good. There's a lot of giants in this tournament. Vans has already been eliminated by PH Magic Boy, our resident tough boy in AL. Good job by Necrophilia using the LOS. Good overcharge shot by Rory, taking advantage, getting him in the net shot. Prime Light Beam to follow right up, coming in with the Shockwave. Good job by Rory Takasaki. That's exactly the type of CC you want to see. And he didn't just go into it one right after the other. He was watching Necrophilia to see when he would get up so he can get the maximum amount of the CC. So as soon as he's almost out of his CC and getting up, hit him with another one. He was almost out of the next one, hit him with another one, and just dropped all the damage down. This is going to be another good match. Andrew Mann has had a stellar performance throughout this entire tournament so far. He's actually had to do an extra round more than anyone. This is going to be his 3rd round, but this is the first official match of our quarterfinals. It's Andrew versus Bounty, and Bounty is super strong. I think he's running that Core Necro. Yeah, he is. He's very dangerous. But Valiant Cole actually has been putting up an impressive display so far. He actually ended up beating up Angel from Hell, and he actually ended up beating Lighter. Lighter was actually another dominant player. He usually always gets to the semifinals in my tournaments without a doubt, but he was actually eliminated in the 1st round by Valiant Cole. So here we go. I'm just going to look at Flora God really quick. I think he was running exactly what Alex was running the last round. Here's Valiant Cole over here. Let's see if he compensated. He's trying to get some heavy damage on Flora God, which he's doing a really good job right now. He has to mitigate some of that Condi. He has to use a Signet or something. He doesn't have any resistance up. He's got 7 burnings. I don't know what he's going to do. There he goes, finally using the heal to get the resistance up. Flora God doing a good job of mitigating it. Valiant Cole's lost his opener, and he's lost his ability to keep pressure down, and he just stacks the Condi up, and down goes Valiant Cole. Flora God is a super strong contender. He won one of our 1v1 tourneys with this Necro build, but he's got a lot of people he's got to get through to be able to win this one, so I'm very curious to see how he does. He actually goes into Vengeance. He could still win in Vengeance because in order to win each round, you have to beat him down to Stomp. He's just got to get some good pressure down. Good job by Valiant Cole. Maybe he should try Rampage. Maybe that could have been the extra little edge that he needed.
No, not versus
Against the Necro Rampage is...
Yeah. That's the worst thing he could do.
That's 2 unblockable fears for the Necro because of the stability.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to leave the spec rules the same, guys. And I'm gonna have to figure out some other alternative because I've mentioned it to a couple of the guys that I know that are really, really good. Because I'm not the greatest at the theory crafting and all this, so there's a couple guys that I
I've
go
heard,
to.
I've heard
There's a couple guys that I go to, so I've asked them, and they've actually said it's probably a bad idea. There's going to be just too much swapping and counter building. So maybe there's another avenue that I can go to allow people to try to adjust. If they're really
well,
outmatched.
the thing, well, here's the argument. So we know Vans is one of the top warriors. We know Magic Boy is one of the top weavers. But like, if Magic Boy was playing at 80% and Vans was playing at 100, like that build still beat
Well,
Warrior.
at the same time, that was Vance's first match, and he still had the option of choosing
Right.
what
Yeah.
character he wanted to
Yeah. Of
play, and
course.
he
Right.
did
Right.
choose to choose the warrior, so he put himself in that
Right.
situation in a way. So,
Right.
like I said, you enter the tournament with the class you think is going to win, and you try to make something that's balanced for everything. This is a 1v1, not team fight, so there's a lot of options and a lot of things that you can go towards. We see a lot of custom builds in here as well, like you saw from Noobs for Lunch with that really weird core, like double spirit weapons, things like that. You can create stuff like that
Just
for the
like
1v1.
if a warrior was in it and went up against good Sage Firebrand, I don't think there's what like that they could do as
And
far as like changing their build. You know what I mean?
and that's
Assuming
something
the
and
skills
that
were
and that's something you got to consider when you enter a 1v1. You know what I mean? You can't go in there thinking, oh well, he's my counter class and I'm going to lose anyway. You got to have something in your bag of tricks to be able to deal with that. And that's what 1v1 brings out. You got to go back to the drawing table, look at your theory crafting, and try to figure something out. And I believe that was Magic Boy who takes that one. No, not Magic Boy, but Bounty who takes that one. We're going to be moving into our second match of the quarterfinals, which is Sin versus Magic Boy. This is going to be another Battle of the Titans. This is a huge, 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 huge match. This is something you usually see in the finals, and I guarantee you this is going to be good.
so. I lost the bet with Vans and Magic Boy. Who would you pick if we were betting on this, Mike?
I'm taking Magic.
Okay.
Considering the past
I'll take.
where Magic
I'll
has
take.
beat Rainy, I'm gonna go with Magic.
I'll take Rainy. Rainy and Magic are both mine. I will bet on Rainy.
Here we go, Magic Boy trying to keep the pressure. I just don't think Rainy has the amount of sustain that Magic Boy does. So when it comes to this type of fight, it's going to be really difficult for Rainy to try to keep up with it unless she gets him in a really good burst. Or she kind of mitigates the damage until the end of the fight and where it becomes a little more fair and it's easy for Rainy to burst through the barrier without a problem, and it doesn't make much of a difference with the amount of burst that Rainy can put out. So far, so good. They're kind of trading blows. Magic Boy getting the better of the exchange, but he's on the run right now because he's running out of cooldowns. Rainy trying to get the Glint elite, but missing on that. Trying to get the block out to mitigate the damage and stay away from the burning. He's doing a good job. Now they're both kind of trying to reset and try to get some cooldowns back. Rainy trying to come in with the port. Magic trying to come in with the heavy condi. Rainy doing a good job of mitigating, missing with the shackling wave. Oof,
That
good.
Heart of Stone is doing work.
Yeah, really good job. Really good job by both contenders here. Rainy coming out with a little less health than Magic Boy, but easily sustainable. As you can see, the glint is about to come up. She uses it right away. Magic Boy noticing it, not putting up too much pressure onto Rainy, but now starting to turning it up, knowing that glint's going to be out. This is going to go to the count of the timer, I'm sure. This is probably where Rainy wants to see it, as she's got a lot more blocks and teleports and mitigation of damage, I think, than PH Magic Boy. I think. There's the shackling wave once again, not being able to connect. We got 25 seconds left, missing on the glint elite, but porting right in. Kind of using the glint elite to bait any counter or dodge, and then coming right in after the dodge. Was a good move by Rainy. This is some really top tier fighting you'll see right here. The next match I'm going to watch Magic Boy. Rainy backing up, trying to get some cooldowns, trying to mitigate, just using W. Rainy is really good at that. Like, sometimes the best thing to do is just get some distance, like she always does, about 600 yards, and then just pushes W to mitigate a lot of the damage. Really good job by Rainy. Class. Ooh, Oof, and here we go. There's only 8 seconds left. Oh, not even. They're already in the timer. Rainey getting the better of the exchange. Like I mentioned, she can tear through the barrier. There's a lot of barrier right now, but she's doing a good job of saying, you know what, I'm not even going to attack the barrier. I'm going to let the barrier kill itself, and that's exactly what's happening to BH Magic Boy. And this is not a spot he wants to be in. He's in very, very big danger. She can easily port, which she does right there. Oof, but Big Connie coming up from Magic Boy. She's getting close to the end. Tries to get the glint. She hasn't landed one glint elite on Magic Boy. This is coming right down to the wire like I thought it would. These are both really heavy contenders. Oh my goodness, they're fighting till the end. There's not even any space for them to be in. Oh, who's going to win? It looks like Rainy takes it from BH Magic Boy when it comes down to the fucking poison field. Oh my
ridiculous.
goodness. And like I told you guys, that fight doesn't get any closer than that. This is a really top tier fight. So much so that there was literally like 1% health left in downstate. That's how tough and strong these competitors are. We had to rob them of healing, and so much so we had to tell them, you know what, if healing's not enough, let us just kill you ourselves. Oh, that was really good. Rainey's going to have to try to put some more pressure onto Magic Boy. The pressure is definitely on right now. Yeah, that was really intense, guys. That was Asterios. 138 HP left on Rainey. That was like... And there's still more of those matches to come. There's still a lot of top contenders, really strong dudes, and very exciting matches to come. This is only the quarterfinals. Our next match after this, actually, let's go right back to the action. Whoops. We got Rainey already trying to engage. No, Rainey's sitting really far back, really far back from Magic Boy, trying to keep away. She actually gets him in the shackling wave. Let's see if she can actually get a glint delete down onto Magic Boy. She hasn't been able to connect on one of them. I've seen 4 of them casted, not one of them land. PH Magic Boy being a lot more aggressive in this round. He always seems to be the aggressor, but Rainey's really good at just turning and burning, so it looks like she's kiting. There's the W again, you know what I mean? She makes sure she gets that decent range and then just W's away, not using any utilities or even some weapon skills. Big damage coming out from Magic Boy. Rainey's got to start to counter over here. The glint heal is about 3 seconds away. She's really good at baiting that, so I'm curious to see how she gets it. The glint elite's been used. Once again, doesn't catch it. There's the glint heal. Look, Magic Boy knowing immediately right away not to attack, backing off. The glint heal is about to expire. Comes up with the heavy pressure. Magic Boy not getting the better exchange on that. Gets him with the shackling wave. Good job to keep the pressure up on Magic Boy, but doesn't look good for Rainey. He's trying to get away, but that's it. Magic Boy, the fucking monster, taking out Rainey. That was a battle of the ages. Those weren't titans. Those were gods battling there. Magic Boy actually ends up taking it. That semifinal fight is going to be Bounty versus Magic Boy. That's going to be fucking intense too. Ooh, Lord.
Well, it's 1-1, right?
That's 1-1, isn't it? Rainey won the first.
Rainey.
Yeah.
Oh, that is
Rainey got
1-1.
one more.
My bad, guys. Let me resubmit that. That's 1-1. Oh, nice.
Trying to cheat my girl, man.
That's epic, though. I'm really
Oh,
happy to see
Rainey's your
that.
girl?
I mean, I don't mean like that. God, for fuck's sake.
Yeah,
This is really, really, this is really,
No,
really,
she
really good.
doesn't.
I'm excited to see this, guys. This is not something you see all the time. Game
I'm never
3.
gonna call either of y'all my again.
I almost skipped through game 3. That would have been foolish. So here we go. Rainey trying to come in with a quick burst. Now they're both under the gun and with a lot of pressure. Magic Boy doing a really good job sustaining and getting the burning down onto Rainey, doing heavy damage. Rainey finally getting some counter pressure up onto Magic Boy. Magic Boy trying to come in for the heavy burst and fire. Switches up, puts up the swirling winds to try to mitigate. Rainey sitting in a good position right now. Magic Boy resustaining back to full. Oof. Nice big combo by Rainey, getting some heavy pressure. This is where she wants to keep it going, just to try to stay on top of him as much as she can. He's trying to resustain. He's using a lot of cooldowns to do so. This is where you got to keep the pressure, keep the pressure, keep the pressure if you can. Ooh, Magic Boy's back up to full again. But I'm sure he's used a lot of cooldowns in order to get up there, so maybe this is her opportunity to take advantage. He's trying to put the pressure down, but Magic Boy is really stellar at playing Ali. He's doing a good job.
I mean, all said and done, for such a hard matchup, Rainey's doing great.
Yeah, awesome. Oof. We got 35 seconds left until the map mechanic. Let's see if Rainy changes tactics and tries to be a little more kitey and mitigate some damage and waits for her burst near the end of the match. Good job right here with the glint heal. Perfect timing, being able to turn it up onto PH Magic Boy sitting at 25%. This is her moment of opportunity. She can eliminate Magic Boy, who's a dominant player. Here he goes at 42%, trying to resustain. He's using a lot of cooldowns in order to... Here she goes, 21%. Chill, trying to keep the pressure. This is exactly where she wants him. 21%, only 4 seconds left. He has no way of getting his health all the way back up. If he does that, it'll be magic. This is a perfect situation for Rainy right now. Magic Boy somehow being able to bring himself back up to 50%. Rainy's got to be super careful. He's got the advantage, 68%. He's just trying to cleave. Good job by Rainy, knowing that Magic Boy... Oh, and the good port by coming right down, surprising Rainy, catching him by surprise. The mist is starting to move in. Good burst by Magic Boy. 3 stacks, 4 stacks of burning. Rainy's got to be really careful right now. Oh my god, it's going down to the wire once again. Rainy's in big pressure. Magic Boy trying to get the glint. Elite can't get it. Or I mean, Rainy trying to get the glint. Elite, here he goes. Rainy gets the down. She's got to cleave. She's got to watch out for the AoE now. She's really far away.
Yeah.
Because he still got... smart job by Rainy, just trying to keep the pressure. This could go either way. He's still got the... And that's Rainy that takes it again. It goes into the down state.
Wow.
I
Good.
won my bet, huh?
Oh,
I won
yeah.
my bet. So does that make us even on that? Doesn't it?
That was
Didn't
an
you say you
exciting
took it
fight.
Magic Boy?
Yeah. You definitely won that. Now we have...
Alright.
Next up is Tyke versus Noobs for Lunch. Tyke is running on his core Necro, and Noobs for Lunch is actually running on that core Burn Guardian. I'm going to take a quick look at... Sorry guys, I'm eating my candy. I'm going to take a quick look at Noobs. He's running Rune of
He's found
Balthazar.
under the garbage can behind the
Yes, sir.
gas station.
I need at least a couple more subs so I can pay for my pack of smokes and my cheap Chef Boyardee at the dépanneur there.
Don't try to act like you eat fancy. You eat ramen and split it into 3 meals.
There's my ramen noodle right there to prove it.
Honestly, that last match had to be probably the biggest upset I've seen in these tourneys.
How can Rainy winning be upset? Is what I don't. I mean, I just like that
Because the
cannot
odds
be.
were not in Rainy's favor.
So here we go, Slick Cheese versus I Am Meta. He's running the Zeal, Radiance, and Virtues. Let's take a look at Slick Cheese. That's Tycoon right here. He's in actual Discord with us. Soul Reaping, Curses, and Spite. I'll try not to give him too much info about Amulets so he doesn't get too much of an advantage. But it's a good fight right now. Slick Cheese trying to use the tiers to his advantage. But good job by Meta keeping up the pressure with the swords, making him walk through all of his damage. He's actually able to, wow, good job by Tyke, using the Renewed for trying to resending back all his condies back onto, transferring the condies onto Meta, which was a really good job, but he's really low right now. He doesn't have much Shroud. Those swords are doing their work. Oh my god.
Yeah, I think I gotta get closer next to him.
Yeah, what is this that you are running Noobs for Lunch? Those swords do a lot of damage, bro. There's 3 casts each. He's able to stand at a big distance. He's actually not using the shield anymore.
Damn, 116,000 burn damage.
I told you, I thought it was like 80,000, but 100 sounds right. It can do a lot of damage.
Thanks so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. I do these almost every night. I have a lot of helpers, Alex, Tycoon, a lot of donators. I couldn't do this without you guys, and I put it on for the people who are watching. If you like it, click that follow, click that subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. If not, just continue sitting there and watch it. I appreciate that too. So here we go. Slick Cheese Cheeseburger versus I Am Meta Please. I'm going to take a look at I Am Meta for this one. Hey, thank you so much for that follow, man. I really appreciate that. JD goes ham. You're the fucking best. Thank you, man. I really do appreciate that. When you guys click that, it makes it worth it for me to put these things on for you. Good job by Turkurin getting the transfer, getting some pressure down. But Meta's able to eat through that shout. Yes! Thank you so much for that follow, man. You're the best. Thank you. Thane, XLR. Thank you for the follow, man. Thank you. I put this shit on for you guys, and when you follow it, and you click follow, it really makes me feel good and makes me think that you really do appreciate this. Good job by Tarkurin actually getting the down on meta. Now it's a 1-1 series, but it's still a down state. And I think Slick Cheese gets it. So now we're having actually our first game 3. Thank you again for everyone who followed. Let me just go back to that really quick. Thane and JD Goes Ham. Thank you guys. Thank you for following. It makes me want to continue to put these on. Like I said, I put them on every day. We have a really good match. I actually missed most of that. Oh, the Infinite Salad. I think that's Nature Salad once again. My man, I think this is him. This is Nature Salad. Like I said, he's a top donator. He just donated Bioluminescent Swords, Bioluminescent Shield, and the Bioluminescent Hammer Skin. I think I'm going to keep those for tomorrow's tourney. I'm not going to use them for today because it's already 500 gold. But Nature Salad, thank you so much, man. Fucking top dog donator. He just got all this stuff. He doesn't know what to do with it, so he just kind of donates it. He wants to see this. He wants to see these happen, so he donates, and I'm used it to bring you guys here. So here we go, Slick Cheese. This is game 3 of our series. This is going to be really interesting. It's the Core Necro versus I Am Meta Please, which is using this weird burn, but I think Tycoon finally figured out what to do and how to counter him. He's got a lot of burning on him. He's got to be really careful. He's got to transfer to something that's eating through all of his health and all of his... Ooh, he's able to transfer it onto I Am Meta. He's able to use that renewed focus to try to clear it and cleanse it. This is going to be a really good fight. They're both really low, really close right here. This can go either way. The 5 stacks on Tycoon. No, and I Am Meta, please. That was a fast-paced action game. Oh my goodness. This is going to be the last match in our quarterfinals. This is only our quarterfinals, guys, here. This is quarterfinals. Really good fight so far. And our last match is actually going to be AWOL versus Space, which is Rory Takasaki versus Spaceman. This is going to be really, 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 really good. We're not even at the semifinals yet. Let me take all these. Yeah, the sauce, you can definitely spectate, my friend.
Space isn't here.
Oh, K-Sile says that Space isn't here, and he said that he'll take his...
Okay.
I bet somebody would want to take this Space.
Okay, so let's do that. I don't mind because they're all guildies, so it doesn't really bother me.
For those who don't know, K-Sile's a pretty good thief.
Yeah, very good.
Oh, is that I say Kylie or some shit? That's who that is? Is that who that is?
Yeah.
Like Kylie?
Yeah, Kyle's.
Okay, yeah, they're cool as shit.
Yeah, very nice, and they're very, very, very nice. They didn't want it, anyways. Acrobatics versus Trickery and Daredevil. He's also running with Rune of the Scholar with Berserker. Got Sword, Pistol with a short bow. And Rory Takasaki, the super strong. And then's got their work cut out for them, that's for sure. He's running Doliak with Demolisher just for a little more sustain. He's got Tools, Alchemy, and Hollowsmith. So here we go, guys. Sorry for that. I gotta go to the store before it closes, so no. Rory Takasaki trying to put up the heavy pressure. Trying to get that cleave damage. Big Prime Light Beam. Good job by Anand. Mitigating it, going right into a Dagger Storm to try to mitigate some more damage from Rory Takasaki. Porting right up, doing a great job, avoiding the mid jump shot and the blunt and the overcharge. Kyle being patient. Oof, nice job by Anand, but he gets him with the burst. That was a weird little port, but he was still able to mitigate. Oh, he's in big danger right here. Trying to get the damage down on top of him. And then doing a good job of using the levels and the port and all LOS to the biggest advantage. Coming back down to try to put pressure on Takasaki, but as a hollow, it's very easy to resustain, so he's in big trouble. He's got to be careful. Oof. Good fight so far, mitigating the shockwave, just kiting right through it. Big damage from Anand coming right back. Takasaki's got to be careful right here. Oh, but he definitely counters back with the big heavy pressure, and he even had healing turret. But he didn't want to use the healing turret. He saw his window of opportunity to put up the big pressure on the thief, and he took it. Even though it was super dangerous because Anand can put out that big damage, as you saw, he took out at least 2/3 of his health, but he went for it, and he got the little window of opportunity, took it, and was able to capitalize. Good job by Rory Takasaki.
There is a lot of good dodges there.
Yeah. This is our last match in the quarterfinals, guys. Then we're going to be moving into the semi. Alex, are you able to promote for the semifinals in map chat? Alex?
I guess he's missing in action.
It's okay, I'll end up doing it. So here we go again. Carl's trying to get the early pressure up on Rory Takasaki. He's got the Dagger Storm already that he used. Tries to get in the Shockwave. Notices it. No, he's using the Dagger Storm now, which is pretty good. He's got the Photon Wall up and the Prime Light Beam. We missed on one of them, I believe, but he was able to get the big damage from the Corona Burst that I think connected. And down goes an end. That was a nice try, but those matches are always really quick considering the two contestants. But really good job by Anand. And thank you so much for taking the space to spend and filling it so we don't get a bye and we actually get to see some action. So our next matchup is going to be really, really good as well. This is going to be Bounty versus Sin. This is another like top-notch tier fight that should have been a finals, but it's in the semifinals, so I'm excited to see this one.
As advertised for you in the mist again, so you don't.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. What's up, buddy?
Hey, Thane, thanks for watching from all the way from Thailand, man. Really cool. And as I mentioned to everybody viewing, guys, I do tournaments every single day. During the week, it's a lot later because I work during the day. I only get home really late, so it's usually around 10, 11 p.m. is when I do tourneys during the week. And the weekends, I do them earlier for everybody else. So we go, got Marine trying to engage on Floor God, but Floor Gods are very, very experienced. He goes into Shroud, gets him in the Glint Elite, finally being able to connect, makes quick work of Floor God. Rainy taking that first round. I don't think Floor God was expecting that. He's definitely going to come out and be ready for it the next round because Floor God is no slouch. He usually...
Yeah,
It's
Rainey's
she's
got
just
some
gonna.
burst, and you
Yeah.
gotta get that shroud up. But
Yeah,
He
not
it's
ate
having
right
gonna
any
through it.
prevent him from getting life force. Yeah, it's like he would almost. I would almost be tempted to take the minion that you can devour for life force just to have a chance coming out of the gate. But what would he give up for that? Would be the question.
I'm not too sure. Let's take a look at Floor God.
man, not having any shroud right out of the
Yeah, I
gate into
mean,
that burst
Yeah,
sucks.
he had a
that
little bit of
gives you
Shroud,
like
like a
20.
quarter, but she ate right through it.
I mean, that can give you like, yeah, he's actually using it. Never mind. Okay, so yeah, so that gives him like a quarter, 20% shroud coming out of the gate. So that's something.
And I don't
He's just
think
using it right now.
Rainey was using Marauder in our other matches either.
See, so he has some shroud, like just in case.
She ate through it really quick. She's doing it again right now, putting the heavy pressure. He's got to get some Condi damage. Glint Elite again landing it, being very dangerous. He's got the Spectral Walk to try to build
Oh,
some Shroud. But Rainey doing a good job of mitigating any damage, staying inside the Fear Ring. Has a little preemptive Fear Ring, but then again, Rainey can easily port. So he's just trying to buy him some time. As soon as the Fear Ring ends, she comes right in to do damage. Floor God's in some big, big trouble. But this is where things can start to change slightly. When he starts to stack up the Condis and he starts to get some pressure, he's got to go back into Shroud if he can. No, he can't. Rainey takes that in with a stellar
did you
performance.
did you see the trick? I will say it wasn't like a hack, but a trick, I guess you could say. He used the minions and devoured them, and then switched it to Fear Ring right before the thing. So
Yeah,
he was able to.
that's
So
clever.
he was able to change his utilities and still get some shroud out of it. So he devoured the minions and changed it to Fear Ring. I didn't know you could do that.
That's
Like he must have
interesting.
timed that perfectly. Like that's I didn't know you could do that either. That's a nice little trick.
Very interesting.
I think this will be a good match.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get what I'm saying, Tyke? Do you get what I'm saying about
Yeah,
what?
I hear what you're
Yeah,
saying. With
yeah.
the
I was watching. I was like,
So let's take a look at Rory Takasaki over here. Running with Seeker Amulet and the Rune of the Leadership. Running with School Tools, Alchemy, and Hollowsmith. Trying to get the
Now,
extra concentration.
I'm gonna guess that, alright, this is my prediction. I don't know if it's true or not, but I think the Guardian has kind of the upper hand by having 4 reflectile or projectile, yeah, reflectiles, projectile shields.
Definitely going to be interesting. Roy's just got to get the burst on him. I don't think Meta's got too much sustain, to be honest. He takes a lot of damage really quickly. He does have a lot of vitality, but this is what Rory's got to watch out for. He casts those swords all around him and those shields to put up the heavy burning, and he's already taking a lot of damage. He hasn't used any of his utility skills. He's finally used his photon wall to try to close the gap. He's coming in for some damage. He's doing a good job of mitigating that. There's the shield of absorption up and the shield of wrath. He's trying to get away from him, and now he's trying to come in to put the heavy damage. He gets him in the prime light beam. Great job by Rory Takasaki. Now he's trying to get away. They're both really low. I Am Meta still has renewed focus, and he still has his shelter. 2 big blocks and invulns. He's got to wait. Oh, he's still got his shield. Oh, he's big trouble here. He tries to get him in the prime, in the shockwave, but he doesn't connect. Now he's trying to use the shield to get some more mitigation so he doesn't get any of those projectiles to come through. It doesn't look good for Meta, who gets down. Rory Takasaki doing a really job of cleansing those burns, and I Am Meta not able to get any damage down. Getting really close. There was a couple good little squabbles that they had, but every match that Meta's in is a very fast match. So either he gets the burns really quick and is able to get his enemy down, or he ends up not being able to finish fast enough and ends up getting just killed. He's got to get the match done pretty quickly in order for him to win. And that's the great thing about 1v1s. It's only a 1v1. You don't have to worry about anyone else, so you can kind of build your build any way you want. So here we go, round 2. This is our last match in the quarterfinals, I believe, and then we're going to have our 3rd place match, and then we're going to move to our last place, or first place match, finals match, which is best of 5 series. So here we go, Rory Takasaki. He's trying to come in fast. Comes in with a hollow leap. Switches over quickly. He's taking a lot of burning right now. He's got to use some sort of Condi clear. He's in big trouble there. He's already gone through 2 of his clears. Meta's really low here. He's got to be super careful. Prime Light Beam, but he's able to mitigate that with his renewed focus. He's got to keep some pressure up here. If he doesn't keep the pressure, Rory's just going to resustain and get his health back, and that's it. I Am Meta did a really good job considering the build he's running. I think that is definitely viable in 1v1s. He went all the way to the semifinals, only losing to AWOL. And AWOL's a very...
I've seen it in ranked matches, just like, I mean, I've seen that type of burn guard in a ranked match. Not with the
Wait. Sorry, Julie, it's going to be 3rd place match first. 3rd place match. Yeah, no problem. 3rd place match is actually going to be Noobs for Lunch versus Bounty.
Now who is it?
Noobs for Lunch versus Bounty. Perfect, so they're both in the arena. So we've seen Floor God already. And now we just need Noobs. Where's Noobs? Is he still in here? This is going to be another fast match, I believe. I'm going to take this time to thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. Yeah, sorry, Mr. Cam. No, I'm not taking anybody at the moment. We're in the final, in the 3rd place match, actually. This is for 3rd place. Right after this, we're going to have the finals. It's 500 gold total for all the winners. We're going to give 60% to the winner, 25 to 2nd, and 15 to 3rd. Tomorrow, I'm going to have another tourney. I already have 3 skins that I'm going to give away for the tourney. Bioluminescent Sword, Bioluminescent Shield, and Hammer, donated by Nature Solid, my man. So here we go already. Floor God's sitting on the far point, but he's always... I mean, Meta can still get him from over there because he does run with these two Shield of the Avenger and not Judge's Intervention, but Shield of the Avenger and Sword of Justice. So he does still have the range that he can get onto Floor God with his burning. But he looks like, oof, he's really got to watch out for that burning. That eats through his Shroud as well, but he's got a lot of Shroud. He actually came right back out of it. This could be dangerous, but he's got his renewed focus up. He's got to get rid of this Torment, which is really high. Second stacks. He's in big trouble here. Now he uses his Shelter to try to mitigate more damage. Floor God's in full Shroud. This is big danger for I am Meta. Ooh, look at all those Condies stacked up on him, and Meta takes it. Rainy looked really strong against Floor God. Floor God, he's a top competitor. He usually always gets to semifinals, which he's did, and he's looking to fight for third place here. Sorry guys, I'm just eating my candies. For those of you who just joined, these are the brackets. There was actually 21 competitors in this one today. This one is only guild members. This is a guild only tourney. I did open it up to a couple of only Twitch viewers, so anybody in Twitch that was viewing was allowed to enter. I had about 3 of them enter from Twitch, so the other 18 competitors are all guildies. Everybody you see in this tourney today is from AL. And especially all in the finalists, all in the quarterfinals, the semifinals, and in the finals, those are all AL members. So here we go, Floor God versus Meta. Meta coming in really quick, trying to get the damage down, but Floor God countering with heavy pressure and Condi of his own, standing in the well. With 7 stacks of burns, he cleared really quick, was switching over into Shroud. Oh, Meta is still sustaining through this. I'm very surprised. So now we have our finals match. Thank you, Floor God and Maya Meta. So that looks like Floor God takes it.
I feel like this next match can go either way. They're so bursty.
Alex, are you able to send Floor God 75 gold?
Who?
Floor God. He's our third place.
Yeah.
This is going to be a best of 5 series. Rory Takasaki versus Rainy. Our Revenant versus our Hollowsmith. Our Hollowsmith is running here. Rune of the Doliac with Demolisher. He's got Berserker with Chaos Rifle, Cleansing and Energy. And he's also running with Tools, Alchemy, and Hollowsmith. He's kind of sitting in his spawn waiting for Rainy. Rainy over here is kind of waiting. They're both waiting to engage. Rainy can easily come in and close the gap. He's running Invocation Devastation with Herald. He's also got Sword with Staff. Rune of the Leadership with Marauder. 75. They're both kind of...
I think AWOL popped the turret too early.
Big engage by Rory. Or big engage by Rainy, trying to get some pressure down. Good job on the Glint heal. Timing it perfectly, but also getting hit by the Prime Light Beam, which is hard to hit on Rainy, but that's the level of play that Rory brings here. He's getting really low. He doesn't have much cooldowns, but Rainy doesn't know this. She's trying to get away as well, because I'm assuming she has cooldowns as well. W doesn't work so well when he's got about 1200 yen range on that rifle. This is a good match so far, both really close to the end of death, but Rainy actually able to get the shackling wave down on Rory Takasaki and takes game 1. Really fucking good job by Rainy on that one. Oof, that was tough. Let's see if Rory Takasaki makes it.
75 gold?
Yes, 75 gold.
Sent.
Thank you, sir. So here we go, game 2. The winner of this is going to be getting 300 gold, and second place is going to be getting 125 gold. And our third place contestant got 75 gold. These is all donations from everybody in the community, everybody from inside the guild, people who just want to see this action happen. And one of my big donators, shout out to Nature Salad, he's been donating a lot recently. He likes these a lot. He just wants to see people enter. He doesn't know what to do with his money, so he's handing it over to me, and I'm using it for these. Big up Nature Salad. So here we go. Rainy already coming in hard on Rory Takasaki. He actually got the shockwave, I believe, on Rainy. Misses the glint heal, the glint elite. Rory Takasaki actually connecting the second time on the prime light beam. And also, I'm not sure if he connected on that overcharge or Rainy was just backing off. Good job by Rory Takasaki either way, but Rory still somehow being able to manage to get the better of the exchange between the two. A big CC knockdown. Let's see if Rory can do anything right now. He's just trying to run away. He gets the heal up and he's able to combo in it well. He gets the damage. Rainy is looking really low here, but he does have the glint elite, glint heal, which he used. Big overcharge shot. Rory Takasaki gets the net, and oh my god, the static discharge is able to connect onto Rainy, and he's able to finish. This is a game 1-1 series. It was the static discharge with the net shot. Started the combo off with the overcharge, then the net shot to keep him there, then the static discharge to finish. Hollows have so many.
Evade backwards and then into the overcharge
Yeah.
shot. That was awesome.
Very beautiful play. These are two top tier players in their class. You guys are watching some really good stuff. If you want to know how to play, I'd say watch this. And after this tournament, I'm going to be putting this video into highlights. So if you want to see it again, even slower, you can watch it even there through there if you so choose. I have a bunch of videos and highlights. Those are the things I think are deemed worthy. That's where I have all my 1v1s, my 2v2s, and my 3v3s that I've recorded and that you guys have participated in that you can watch if you so choose. Also, click that like and subscribe button if you like this content. I'd really appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much. Here we go. This is exciting finals right now. 1-1 so far. It's going to be really, really good. 125 gold to second place, 300 gold to first place. Rainy versus Rory Takasaki. These are both guild members from AL. They both come to a lot of these tourneys. Represent, big up. Whoop, whoop. Rainy coming in for the big engage on Rory. Rory just trying to mitigate and running away. Taking a lot of damage in that exchange. I'm not sure what he was trying to attempt there, but it wasn't really good. He already got to use through his Prime Light Beam and his Elixir U. Not his Prime Light Beam, but his Photon Wall, his Elixir U, and his Healing Turret. But his cooldowns are short. He's not able to capitalize on the... This is where those big CCs make a big difference. As you can see in this one, he didn't hit with the overcharge. He didn't hit with the shockwave. He didn't hit with the Prime Light Beam. Rainy was very vigilant on those. Watched the animations really, really well. And that's what can make the difference in this fight. You can see that Rainy coming out with almost a flawless victory over Rory. Rory's got to be able to hide those a lot better. And he's got to also watch the main engage. When that first engage happened, he went all the way down to 35% health. That's a huge chunk of health to be taking and to start a fight with. But this is only game 2. It's only game 3 of the best of 5 series. It's 2-1 right now, so there's still another one to go. And if Rory can pull this out, it could be even another game after that. But this is exciting so far, and I thank both the participants for coming out and everybody coming to watch. Thank you so much, guys. You are the best. Here we go. Rainy versus Rory Takasaki. Did Rory make any changes over here? No, he's still pretty confident in what he's running. Let's see Rainy over here. No, still pretty confident in what they're running. So here we go. Rory versus Rainy. Now let's see if he makes a change. He tries to go open with the static discharge. He tries to open with the prime light beam to put some heavy damage, but Rainy just mitigating all of that, putting out the heavy pressure. He gets on the, oh my god, and the beautiful glint heal on that. He tried to get the shockwave. He did land, and he tried to put the counter pressure, but Rainy really quickly right on the ball with the glint heal, mitigating all of his damage. Rory seeing that. Ooh, this one's over, I believe. Good job on the overcharge. He's able to get some backed out. He's got 2 seconds left. He's got to get that heal off. He does get the heal off. Good job by Rory Takasaki. Starting to turn around. He's still got his rifle turret. He can drop down. Rainy trying to keep the pressure. Jump shot out of the way. He's got the Elixir U. Ooh, good job by Rory Takasaki. Almost making it. That would have been really, really, really good. But that's going to be our winner for today. Rainy versus Rory Takasaki. There's 21 competitors. They're fighting through the gauntlet, fighting through the shit. These are the people who got the grit at the end. Rainy versus Rory Takasaki. Rainy taking in the through 3-1 victory. We got Rainy that gets 300 gold. Rory Takasaki that gets 125. Thank you so much for coming, guys. I really, really, really appreciate it. I'm going to do another tourney tomorrow, probably around 10, 11 p.m. If you like what you saw, click that subscribe, click that follow button. I'd really, really appreciate it. Give me some love back. If not, just thanks for coming out. I'm probably going to take a little break right now, about 15, 20 minutes. Then I'm going to come back and do some ranked with my Condi PP, Pistol, PP, Pistol,
I'm gonna make
Scrapper.
some Mexican food.
Thanks so much for going
How
out.
much does Bez get?
Bez is AWOL, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 125 and 300 to Rainy. Thanks so much for coming, guys. I really, really appreciate it. Hit that click, kick that follow. I'll be back in a bit. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
We are gonna go take.
Have a good one. Thanks so much for coming, and thanks for your help, Julie and Tyke and Alex. You guys were the fucking best. This tournament was able to flow really quickly. Had a lot of time to promo and do a lot of other things. You guys are the fucking best, man. Thank you. I will do something to commemorate you and do something for you guys. I promise. I just don't know what yet. You're the best. Thank you.